It's a very happy circumstance for me this morning because Alan Collett phoned me to say, can we work on one of his videos about a black eagle feeding her chick? And so Alan is here with me here in Graaff-Reinet, and Alan's going to tell us about the black eagles that he has been following and do an introduction to the video about the black eagle feeding her chick.
Thanks for having me, Rob. When you're passionate about something, you always want to tell other people about it. That is passion. I'm genetically wired for birds. My great-grandfather in England had a collection of all the common cuckoo's eggs with the host's eggs and the nest. And my grandfather herded in India, spent a lot of his life in India, and then my mother Joan was a prominent birder in the Eastern Cape, and did a lot of traveling into Southern Africa as well. So I went to visit my daughter and son-in-law and their family. On the way, I always try and combine a trip, like a family trip like that, with watching eagles. And why I got interested in black eagles is because I climbed a high ridge on our farm that runs north-south, and I looked to the north and there was a speck coming, riding the wind, and I don't know why the bird stopped and it got opposite me, but it did. And it gained a little bit of height, and then it plummeted, stooped, we call it stooping, like 500 meters to the bottom of the mountain. I don't know if it caught anything, it's irrelevant, but I could hear the wind as it caught its leg feathers and ruffled them, and I could see the bird so clearly. And in that moment, it was a life-changing moment for me. I knew instantly then that when I was finished playing sport and even farming, I would be a birder, and black eagles would be my favorite bird. And that is exactly what has happened. So we went, and I stopped over two nests actually one nest, but it took me so much time that I had to go to the other nest on the way back. Anyway, at that first nest, you'll see on the video how they operate in a situation like that. And then coming back, I went to another nest further down the river, and there was a prey on the nest, so I didn't see that being brought in, but the mother fed some of that prey to the chick and ate some of it herself. And I visit all the nests that I know around Graaff and get to all of them at least once during the breeding season, although the close ones I've got to already, and I'll go to them again. But yeah, it's always fascinating to me. Never a dull moment with them. And my main thing is to see that they're breeding and they raise a chick. That's happiness for me. And so yes, enjoy the video. That's a female sitting on the ledge, looking at the chick in the nest below, on the right of her. And she's clucking because she's seen the male bringing food, bringing a prey item. And there she flies off, and just in the corner you could see a flash of him coming past. And then she turns around immediately and flies back to the nest, and she mantles the prey. He put the prey down, and she chased him off it, and she mantles it. She puts her wings over it, and she's claiming it. She's saying to him, okay, I've got it now, and you can go, and which he does. In a short while, he's going to go to the ledge where she was sitting. There he goes. And then she's got the prey, and she's going to move it to the left shortly. She'll move it and then work with it. She'll probably pluck it and get it ready to get some bare flesh so that she can rip it off for the chick. She's looking at the chick. She wants to. She's communicating to the chick that she's got food for it, and she's looking at him to tell him for her that she's ready to start feeding. She's turned round now. You can see her yellow bill, and she's turned round, and she's ripping at the carcass. She's ripping pieces off. She might be eating some of it herself, just while the chick. And just watch carefully in front of her. You'll see these little white heads popping up. Yeah, you can just see the movement. It gets a lot clearer. Yeah, you can see him clearly. He's ripping off little pieces and offering them to him, and he takes them out of the beak. And he's getting active now, he's moving. Getting in the right position. He's got to be sort of up on his feet so that he can go forward to get the food. And all the time the male's sitting there, but he flew a bit later. After I'd finished taking the video, he flew, and then I switched the settings on the camera and got beautiful shots of him flying. I started farming in the early 80s. I visited this nest and I saw the pair mating. So that was in the early 80s. And Paul, the owner of the farm, has told me, I haven't seen the nest every year since then. I've seen it in the last 2 years. But he told me that they only skipped raising a chick once in all those years, from so every 1, maybe 2, and here they are at it again. Incredibly resilient and determined birds. Just amazing, the most beautiful eagles you can imagine. Okay. I waited for this to come. They were flying, the pair were flying. They don't always stay with their chick. It's amazing how they leave a little chick on its own for extended periods of time. And I didn't know if there was a chick because you can't see it flying down in the nest. I saw them flying and I was taking photos, and all of a sudden she came back to the nest while I was still there. Not only worried about me. And then there was prey on the nest, so she fed some of that prey to the chick. That's what this video is about. Just a complete feeding sequence from the beginning, from when she landed on the nest until the chick didn't want anymore. You can see when the chick doesn't lunge forward to take the food from her, it means it's had enough, and the feeding session is over. And then she just had a little rest, and I went to have lunch, and when I came back, she was gone. Nobody in the nest. The chick had lain down, probably sleeping. And the pair was probably sitting somewhere, all flying. They love to fly. And I've got lovely photos of them flying formation. Black eagles don't fly random. They fly formation. They'll fly one behind the other, a little bit offset, and then they'll turn at the same time, so that it's like one bird flying. You know, you know that they're two, but it looks like one because it's so synchronized. And then they also fly in opposite circles to each other, so then they're doing exactly the opposite thing. But it's all, there's nothing random about their flight. They are Africa's flight masters. They're by far the best flyers.